Okay, before I bring up our last comic, I'm going to use notes for this next part because it's important. First of all, I told you that we have been working under the umbrella of Clackamas County NAMI, the National Alliance for Mental Illness. And if there's anybody in the room who doesn't know about NAMI, you need to know about them because it's an amazing organization that gives information away for free, support for free, education classes for people with mental illness and their family members. So NAMI has been an amazing partner for us. The program was also supported by a grant from the Clackamas County Cultural Coalition, and also we partner with the Regional Arts and Cultural Council. And we are very grateful for their support because it made it possible for all of these comedians to get to do what they get to do for free. So thank you for them and for their support. And now I'm going to close us out here with our final comedian of the night, also having her first performance ever, but you will not know it from how fabulous she is, all the way from Vancouver, Washington. Please help me welcome Molly McNab. She's a great woman.
Hi, everybody. My name is Molly D. McNab, MD. Little did I know going through med school, the MD would actually stand for manic depressive. Yes, I actually graduated from medical school and worked as a doctor for a while. Turns out there's not a lot of work for a doctor that spends more time hospitalized than her patients do. Being a doctor and being a patient too is really hard. I know when I know more about something than they do, which is always. I seem to think I can be a doctor to myself, which is probably why I end up in the ER frequently. And nurses on the psych unit always tend to think I'm delusional. For some reason, they don't take me seriously when I say, no, really, I am a doctor. Speaking of medical school, I have a lot of debt. And living on Social Security, not a lot of ability to pay it off. So I get a lot of collection calls. They typically go like this. Hi, is this Molly McNab? I guess. Could you provide your date of birth for identity purposes? At this point, I realize they're going to try to get money out of me with little result. Dr. McNab, I'm calling you because you have an outstanding student loan balance of $356,542. And I'm wondering how you'd like to take care of that today. Visa? Check by phone? Well, I have $12 left in the bank until next month, so I could give you $2 of that. Would that help? When do you think you'll have the money? Should I call back next month? I'm looking forward to our next chat. I've had a rough couple of years. They've decided to make a movie about my life. It's pretty obvious that Angelina Jolie will play me, but she may need to lose a few pounds. Losing weight is hard. I lost almost 100 pounds a couple years ago, only to gain it back due to medications and French fries. I've had a headache since September. The first brain surgery didn't work. Maybe I should have started with Tylenol. Yeah, I had another brain surgery a couple weeks ago. No big deal, it's not like it's brain surgery. Well, it's not rocket science. I go to the doctor a lot, so I spend a lot of time in waiting rooms. When there's a big wait, I play waiting room bingo. Adult in pajamas. Check. That person telling everyone else why they are there? Check. Someone complaining of a stomachache while eating Cheetos. Child or adult. Check. Someone carrying a puke bucket. Check and move away. Judgmental person who should just mind their own business and read the outdated People magazine? Free space, that'd be me. And bingo. I've got a lot of doctors. A psychiatrist, a family doctor, a neurologist, a neurosurgeon, an ear, nose, and throat doctor, a neuro-ophthalmologist, and a gynecologist. I'm always going to appointments. You'd think by now they'd figure out I'm really just lonely. I also see a therapist. My therapist and I have been working on assertiveness for months. Hopefully, in a few more months, I'll be able to assertively ask for a new therapist. My therapist has also been trying to teach me about boundaries, like the restraining order she got against me. My therapist says I need to go to a grief group. I joined a group. So far, I'm the only one in it. Just lots of talking to myself. Doesn't seem that much different than usual. Like any other single woman, I have a cat. And like any other cat, mine's only nice on her terms. She's also technically my therapy cat. Who knew that therapy involved being ignored, bitten, and scratched? At least she doesn't charge a copay. As I mentioned, I have bipolar disorder. Things get pretty interesting when I'm manic. One manic episode, I started a Mary Kay business. I don't wear makeup. I am a terrible salesperson. Still no pink Cadillac. But I do have a basement full of lipstick and anti-aging cream. Makeovers at my house after the show? Anybody? One time when I was manic, I went to a craft store and bought every single cake decorating supply they had. I think my cat's tired of having birthdays now. She seems to like the birthday parties better than she liked the Mary Kay makeovers. My manias take me places. One time it took me all the way to Las Vegas. First class. Some people go to Vegas to get married. I didn't get married, but I consummated a few. I've been hospitalized 14 times. Apparently my coping skills aren't working. Maybe it's time to switch from wine to vodka. I spent a few months in a mental health treatment center. I kept trying to leave, but I couldn't get that jacket off. I met a guy in the hospital last year. We had so much in common. We spent our days coloring. We liked long walks in a blocked hallway. And we both liked to be tied up. Mother's Day's tomorrow. My mom's here. When I was 30, I lived with my mom for a year. It was a little confusing being in an adult-child relationship. She kept asking me if I needed to go potty before I drove her to McDonald's so she could buy me a Happy Meal. And I could have 5 minutes in the playland if I ate all my McNuggets. It was a little awkward being a 300-pound 30-year-old in the ball pit. They could be kind of tight crawling through those tubes. I was in the psych hospital recently. I tell you what, when you get out, never forget your phone at home when you go out for the day of errands and a bite to eat. Or your missed calls from your mom go something like this. 10 a.m. Hi honey, it's mom. Call me back when you get a chance. 10:45 a.m. Hey, you must be busy. Call me back. 12 noon. Okay, are you doing all right? Call soon. 1:30 p.m. Something's wrong, isn't it? 1:45 p.m. Of course I trust you to take care of yourself, but are you taking care of yourself? 2 p.m. Okay, since you haven't called me back, what do you need me to do? What hospital are you at? What did you do already? 2:05 p.m. Okay, I've called the police and the state patrol. You're too old for an Amber Alert. Where are you? 2:06 p.m. I've got your brother flying in from New York to be with me. Please call if this is some sort of sick joke. It's not funny anymore. I didn't even know there was a problem until I arrived home to the candlelight vigil on my front lawn. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much. Oh, and if any of you are interested in a little exercise, fresh air, and stigma busting, there's a NAMI walk next Sunday. You can find it on the NAMI website. Yeah.